Hey!
I'm Ryan.
I'm Aaron.
And together we are
Functionally literate.
Yeah.
Word.
We can read. We can't be in sync, but we can read.
We're somewhat in sync.
We were not in sync. That's mostly my fault.
It's gonna be me.
What? What are we talking about today, Aaron?
We're talking about chapter 29.
And?
30.
And?
31.
And?
32.
Of?
The Dresden Files. Sorry, 12 months. Book 18 of the Dresden Files.
By?
Jim Butcher.
Yeah. Who sired?
James Butcher?
The author of?
That book. Listen, his son's an author. I've seen the book. It looked interesting. I don't remember the title.
You didn't read it?
Not yet. It's like Shadowed Souls or something like that, I think.
I don't know. The titles all have 3 words on them, I've noticed. Like he's trying to do a shtick that isn't his father's, but because it's kind of like his father's, it screams his father's shtick. His shtick, in case you did not know, even though you are listening to a book about Book 18 of the Dresden Files, because I know that some people that listen to this show will listen to this even though it has nothing to do with the book that they care about.
Weirdos.
Hey, those are our listeners we're talking about.
Yeah, and they're weirdos. They're listening to us.
I don't know why you're talking down the audience. Think maybe you should do some self-reflection there. However,
we're weirdos.
As I was going to say, I'm not weird. You're weird.
Oh, okay.
As
buddy.
I was going to say, Butcher's shtick is having words that are the same length on the cover. And it's always 2. Every single book, except for changes.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
There's no way you didn't notice that.
I knew there were 2 words. I didn't know they were the same length.
They always have the same amount of letters in each one. Even his novellas. The Law. Outlaw. Not all of his novellas. Many of them, though. Zude.
How have I never noticed that before? I knew there's always 2 words.
Yeah.
I just didn't know they were the same amount of letters.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah.
The more you know.
The more you know. Anyway. Previously on
12 months.
In chapter 25, Harry spoke with his grandfather and brought his daughter home. So that was a good decision. Good on you, Harry. In chapter 26, it was Christmas. He had a good Christmas. He doesn't want to say, yes, I still want to kill myself. He still feels that way, but he doesn't want to say it. He's trying to figure out how to live. Chapter 27, he and Laura had a pretty wild conversation on the roof of his castle where she was all like, hey, we're going to figure out how to be married. And he was like, cool, sure. Here's how we'll do that. And she was like, here's a huge lore drop about my people.
And he's like, that's neat. I got an idea.
And then the next chapter, which took place the next night, he went to a New Year's Eve party that his fiancée was hosting.
And he got cornered by his father-in-law.
To be.
Who's a giant asshole.
Just a giant asshole. Chapter 29. How Harry bound Laura's hunger within her at the strike of the new year. So, you said something to me when I came back. I had to go home and tend to my pets, and I was listening to the audiobook while I did that, and I get back, and I tell you, I'm on chapter 31, and you said...
So we go through the chapter 29 with Laura.
Yeah.
Okay. And then immediately Butcher shifts gears to a completely different subject. We don't know the aftermath of what happens in this chapter.
There's some questions I have.
Yeah.
Like, how long did that spell last?
Yeah.
Did it stop working when she left the circle?
I have so many questions about what happened. And Butcher changes gears and just says, haha, fuck you guys. And to that I say, fuck you, Mr. Butcher.
Yeah, the next 3 chapters shifted to a different plot line.
4 chapters. 30 I looked. 35 isn't about Laura either.
Did you just look at the first page or something?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Still him and Daniel.
Well, he did say we'll get there when we get there. We'll get there when we get there. I have many questions also. However, my most pressing question is, did you catch the description of the circle that he made?
It was an infinity.
Uh-huh. Does that draw any connections for you?
No.
Look at the cover.
That's a circle.
Uh-huh.
It's on the cover.
And there's an infinity symbol in that circle.
Yeah.
So, I now believe with a 90% certainty, feels 90% in here, that he is going to get Thomas out of prison by the end of this book. Whether he's going to get him off the island by the end of this book, I don't know. But I do think he's going to be able to bind Thomas's hunger and get him out of that crystal by the end of the book. We'll see if the Etri thing happens.
What the ramifications of all that are going to be, we have no idea.
And I'd really, really, really like to know what's up with Laura. That would be cool.
Anytime, Jim.
Anytime. But not right now. So let's talk about chapter 29.
Yeah.
There was a party.
It was.
It was boring.
It was boring. Harry says so several times.
And then they get in an elevator to go to the private room that Laura got for them. And he tells her about all of the shit her daddy said. And I loved her reaction. She was like, I haven't seen him act like that in a while. Like, he thinks he has teeth. I'll talk to him. I'll set him straight. Because the thing that Harry glossed over, let us not forget, she raped her dad.
Psychically.
Okay. Are we sure it wasn't also physically? We didn't see it.
Wasn't on camera.
I'll tell you, when I read that, I went there. In my mind, that's where I went. I was like, fuck, dude. There's a lot of rape that happens in this story. They never use the word rape, but that's what happens.
I believe she said her hunger dominated his.
Uh-huh.
Take that how you will.
I took it how I did.
Not everything has to revolve around penises, Ryan.
I don't know, man.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Penises happen a lot in this story, where maybe penises shouldn't.
According to Harry, penises don't happen quite as often as he would like them to.
It's true.
And speaking of Harry and penises, his penis was noticing things about Laura.
Well, yeah. Naturally. She's hot.
Because apparently she smelled good, and when she was taking off her shoes, it did interesting things to her calves.
Yeah. He's a lucky guy. If only he could appreciate what he has.
I think he appreciates it just fine.
I don't know if he does enough.
I think his penis appreciates it just fine.
Yeah.
And I think Harry's very annoyed by that.
I thought it was interesting how when he started, doing the thing, how when he was casting the spell and he, invoked the outsider inside of her, he was like, there it is. The outsider. And the outsiders have been in front of me this whole time and I didn't know it.
Since book 3?
3. Since book 3, outsiders have been in his life, and he didn't know it.
Since before.
Well, yeah, because of He Who Walks Behind, I know.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't realize that the walker was an outsider at first, did he?
No.
No.
He thought it was a demon.
Mm-hmm. That's a reasonable assumption. But I just loved when I got back. You were like, this is bullshit. I'm pissed.
I'm so mad. I want to know what happens. Could have devoted one more chapter to it. Had to put it off.
It was lovely how the chapter ended because she was like, I don't feel hungry.
And you're like, oh my God, let me turn the page and figure out what happens. Fuck you, Jim.
Well, I mean, for me, it didn't quite go that way.
He rips the hunger out of her.
Did he rip the hunger out of her?
It goes back in.
But he bound it inside of her. Kudos to you, by the way, for guessing that. Because I was like paying close attention. I was like, wait, where is it going now? And it, like, he did a thing to it. What did he do to it?
I don't even know if it's bound. We don't know. Because he doesn't really do anything to it. He rips it out, separates them, and then it flows back in.
He said disparus.
Yeah, it's an exorcism
spell. He
spell.
said it 3 times. It solidified misty strands of light that bound it to Laura's pained form.
No, because the hunger's already bound to her.
It solidified traces of energy flooding across the infinity loop, misty strands of light that bounded to Lara's pained form, the two moving as one, shuddering precisely in time with each other, still bound, but separated.
Right.
So he made like a soul cage.
Well, no. He ripped it out and said, oh, geez, here it is. This is the thing.
Yeah.
They're still bound together, but now they're separate. And then he was trying to separate them. Because he focused on the strands between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
And
he redirected it, sending the magic all flowing toward Lara, taking the hunger with it. Smoke swirled around Lara, the outsider resuming its place within her, vanishing from the other side of the loop. So it's still inside of her.
Yeah. That's why I said I don't know if he did anything to it.
I mean, he must have, because she wasn't hungry.
Yeah, but that's why. I don't know why. He didn't do anything to it. He ripped it out, tested the bonds to see if they could be broken and he could sever it. And when he's like, oh, cool, it can, he just put it back. Because he was experimenting. He didn't want to do anything permanent.
He didn't just put it back. He says here that he saw a way to, like, separate them.
Right, but he didn't. Because he told Laura he wasn't going to do anything permanent to her.
No, but he kind of did, though. That's why I'm saying, like, I feel like he put, like, a little soul cage inside of her.
It doesn't say he did.
It doesn't say very much.
He let the spell fade.
But she said she wasn't hungry.
Right. I'm confused.
So it was successful. He didn't do nothing. I'm wondering, how long does it last? Does it last only so long as she's in the circle?
Right, but he didn't.
He clearly did do something.
He didn't do anything permanent.
Yes. I don't think what he wants to do to Thomas is permanent either.
Yeah, he wants to rip the hunger out of him.
Yes and no. I think what he wants to do is quiet it long enough for Thomas to heal up.
Thomas is already healed. He's talking.
Yeah, but the hunger is desperate for something.
Right, it wants to be fed. I think he wants to rip the hunger out of Thomas.
I think that Thomas is not fully healed, and I don't think he's gonna fully properly heal until he's able to get out of that thing. He's in stasis.
Right.
So I think that he's gonna silence the hunger within him, probably temporarily, so Thomas can heal. I don't think that he's going to figure out how to eliminate the white court.
No, he doesn't want to eliminate the white court. He just wants to rip the hunger out of Thomas.
Right. And if he does that, he will have figured out a way to destroy the white court. He won't be able to do that because he swore on his power that he's only trying to help Thomas, but he'll have incredibly dangerous knowledge.
Right. But so the final thing is the basic concept had been proved. I could separate Thomas from his hunger.
Yeah.
He wants to separate them permanently.
And then I'm really confused about what he did to Lara.
He tested the theory. He ripped it out, tested the bonds and see that he could break them, and then he put it back in her.
Okay.
I don't know why she's not hungry.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying. That is weird.
Yeah,
and then we just move on from that.
And then we just move on from there!
Yeah.
Damn you, Jim!
Chapter 30. How Harry modeled to his apprentice how to be good. So yeah, Fitz and him, they were just standing on the fucking top of the castle.
And they have a nice little heart-to-heart.
And they have a nice little heart-to-heart. And it's totally not what you wanted.
No, it's not. It was very nice.
It was very nice.
Mouse approves of Fitz, which is nice. Go Mouse.
And Maggie's gonna be going to school soon. She's gonna be visiting on weekends. And apparently it's a school that is protected magically in many ways, including now Mouse, which is how we got to talking about Mouse.
Go Mouse.
Go Mouse.
We love Mouse.
We love Mouse. Mouse is going to be visiting on weekends.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy. Most of the time, that's all he is.
Except when he's not.
Except when he's not.
Then he's the goodest boy.
That's really fucking loud when he wants to be. You remember that time when he just barked really fucking loudly?
Yep.
To just dispel, like, all the bad shit that was happening in that apartment building?
Yeah, they said that the bark, like, hits you on a physical and emotion, like, in a spiritual level.
To just leave.
Which is insane.
It's so cool. Anyway, back to this.
Mouse is such a good dog.
I am so surprised that with everything else going on in this story, that it has time for an apprenticeship, and it works.
Yeah. It doesn't feel engineered.
And I think it's specifically because it's Fitz. I
Yeah.
think if it was any other kid that Harry had no connection with, it would be weird. But it's this specific kid from Ghost Story. This kid that hasn't been a character, I think, since Ghost Story. Like, he was a total one-off. And Butcher was like, yeah, him. He's your apprentice now.
I mean, there's a couple other one-offs that I know people want to bring back.
Yeah.
Faith.
Yeah.
From a restoration of Faith.
Sure. She'd be all grown up now.
One of the Cells kids.
Victor sells his kids.
Yeah.
They'd be all grown up too.
Because they could have magic powers.
They could. And nah, though, we have something else we're gonna focus on.
It's true.
In a chapter or two. Fitz thanks Harry, and Harry's like, listen, just pay it forward. And he's like, I don't know what you mean. Why would I do that? Like, he doesn't understand that maybe it's good to be good.
I just don't think he's thought much. The kid lived on the streets.
Yeah.
He's not used to thinking that far ahead.
No. How could he?
He's used to taking it literally one meal at a time.
I think he, in a lot of ways, probably still is.
Yeah.
Or maybe is just getting used to the idea of maybe thinking a week at a time.
Well, and if everything Harry says about the kid is true,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to be around for centuries.
And the rest of the book series. Maybe. Assuming nothing bad happens to him, which could totally happen. Mab did just totally drop a line and say, hey, here's my card. Just say my name 3 times. I'll give you so much power.
Say my name, say my name.
Mm-hmm. Why are you trying to bogart his apprentice, man?
That's what Mab does. It worked out well the first time.
It did work out well the first time. Lines like that are why I love this series.
Hashtag replacement night.
No, but this series, this chapter, this conversation with Fitz, it's good. The most notable thing to me being that he was able to talk to someone new about Murphy. He was able to say it out loud. He was able to talk about it. It wasn't easy for him to do it, but he was able to talk about it. I didn't think about the fact that Fitz wouldn't have any fucking clue about Harry's loss.
Yeah.
That did not occur to me.
I had a thought.
Yeah.
Remember how in this chapter Fitz says that he had a younger sister that got shot?
I thought it was an older sister.
older sister that was shot in a battle between two gangs.
Yeah. Which gangs were you thinking of?
You remember about, I don't know. Oh, geez, what was it?
Was this before or after changes?
Remember Marcone's greatest shame?
Marcone's great shame.
The little girl that got shot in a shootout between two gangs?
Oh, fuck. That's a crazy connection. Wait, so what was that lady's name? That went to work for Marcone? You think that chick fits his mother?
I don't know. I think the story is it's very similar.
Yeah.
Because he said she bled out in an alley.
Narratively, that is perfect. However, it could also just be that, shitty things happen in Chicago all the time.
It's true. But the timeline almost fits.
Does it?
Fitz is about 20.
Fitz is 20. He might be 21 now, but he was 20 when Mort brought him by and said, "Hey, can you take this kid off my hands and help him?"
And the girl is older than he is.
The girl is older. How old was the girl when that happened?
Kid.
Okay. So you think Fitz was baby?
Or non-existent.
Little toddler?
Or non-existent.
Or non-existent. Hold on, but that lady went to go work for Marcone later.
Yeah. She was also in jail.
So where did Fitz go?
Kid could have gotten
and
put out on the streets because his parents were in jail.
He did wind up on the streets because he was with that asshole from Ghost Story whose name escapes me because fuck him, he doesn't matter.
Right. Because remember, both the parents went to jail.
Both the parents went to jail.
Because they were involved in the stuff in Stormfront.
He wound up
20 years ago.
18 years ago. He wound up in the system. He would have been a toddler.
I'm just saying the age fits a little bit.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like someone that's much more familiar with the timeline should probably take a crack at that and see if it works. But I don't hate it. It could work.
I don't 100% believe it's the same girl.
But you want it to be true. You put that tinfoil hat on for a moment there, and you were like, "Hey, what about this?"
It's an interesting parallel, and it's a very similar story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Butcher's really good about throwing those things in there like that.
Yeah. Seeding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was kind of what I felt like Harry was doing with Fitz, right? I feel like he was planting a seed of good. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Listen, I want you to just pay it forward. Like everything I'm doing for you, one day you're going to be in my place and there's going to be a kid that needs help and I want you to help him." And he was like, "Why?" He's like, "Because that's what good people do, man. That is a way to be good." He's like, "Oh, okay." And then he starts to open up and he talks about what you said, how he had an older sister. Well, after he asks Harry, like, "Hey, ask you something? Who's she?" And he's like, "Oh, Laura." No. When they talk about Laura, they use her name. There's someone who they talk about in reference to you, like they don't really want to say it out loud because they don't want you to hear. Who is it? And he's like, "Oh, it's Murphy. We were together. She got shot in the neck. She died pretty quick."
I'm not the only one who's come up with the theory.
Are you looking at the Dresden Files subreddit right now?
Maybe.
What are you looking at? Tell me.
It's a post from 2 days ago.
And what does it say? Is it spoilers all, or is it spoilers up to a certain chapter?
It's literally just about this.
It's literally about this idea.
Yeah. Because it mentions Fitz had another sister, and he's like, Does Marcone secretly have Fitz's sister alive and in a long-term coma? Is Fitz related to Demeter? Or that was her code. That was her name when she worked for Marcone.
At the sexercise gym?
Yeah.
You remember that? That was wild. Do you think he's still got a gym membership there? He probably does.
probably. So, somebody also mentions in the comments, the name Fitz is Norman French for son of.
Okay. Wasn't there another kid named Fitz in this story? Like a long
Fix.
time ago? Fix.
Summer Night.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Huh. So,
Beckett. Was
Beckett.
the name. The Becketts.
The Becketts.
So they're the ones fucking in Stormfront to power Victor Sells' spell.
I think this kid's a Beckett. Man, those Becketts never learn to fuck off, huh? They always keep cropping up.
Because, I mean, they were fucking a lot at Victor Sells.
They
If they had a
were.
kid, if she got pregnant in Stormfront...
You think he's a cult baby? Maybe that's why he's got powers, because he's a cult baby.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean?
He's 20, though. That was not 20 years ago. That was 18 years ago. So he wouldn't have been a cult baby. Maybe he was the son of a cult lady.
I don't know, man. I'm not saying he was conceived in Victor Sells' house that night.
That would be too neat. I wish it was. I wish that worked out, though. But he's 20. He's not 18.
Right. He
Yeah.
could have been, they
Or
could have
17. Or
They could have had
whatever.
another kid.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
listen, I don't know. I'm just saying
You're just saying.
it weirdly fits.
Weirdly fits. You want it to fit. I don't know. I feel like it's forcing a puzzle piece that doesn't quite work.
It would be really fucking weird.
Would be. Chapter 31. How Harry investigated the wire curse attacks. So yeah, that cool one-off, turns out it wasn't a one-off. It happens 3 more times, and the 3rd time it happens to Michael's son Daniel. That sucks.
You done fucked with the wrong kid.
Yeah, so he deals with that, and Michael is there and super supportive of his son, and there's this guy, Carl. Carl's an asshole. Carl is also clearly prejudiced against magic folk because he straight up calls Harry a witch. Which also shows how much he understands about the magical world.
Literally nothing.
But is a pretty great clue pointing Harry in the direction that he needs to.
You know, just give Carl a red hat. He'd fit right in.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I didn't want to draw that parallel, but I appreciate that you went there also, because that means I'm not the only one thinking
Listen, every time Carl starts talking, I hear banjos in the background.
Yeah.
Hi, well, witch, was it you? Is you the witch?
Are you a witch?
Is you is or is you ain't a witch?
Yeah.
Like,
It
fuck.
does. It did feel like that, yeah.
I mean, God,
And so Harry tries the calm, measured route, and that just pisses Carl off more.
I think it's Harry's a very particular comment that made me go straight to Red Hat.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that'll work. He looks like a reasoned discourse kind of guy.
That was so funny.
And I'm like, yeah.
And Michael's like, Harry, and Harry's like, all right, listen, sorry, I know it's true, but maybe wrong place, wrong time. Sorry.
It's true, but I shouldn't have said it like that.
I shouldn't have said it like that. I'm sorry.
So then they track the spell.
Yeah, they track the spell. They go
All the
back
locations.
to the bazaar, and he realizes he extends his wizard senses, and he senses the exact same thing he sensed at the other places, and he's like, it's the same person or people. And so then they look at the map, because Bear is here the entire time. Like, almost every single one of these chapters, Bear is there. And when she isn't there, she finds out later.
Yeah.
It's
I love Bear.
Bear's pretty great. I have trouble not being suspicious of Bear, because part of me's still suspicious of Laura. And I know Vadarung said she checks out, but like that's just a really great way to
No.
lower your defenses.
Odin likes her.
Odin does like her.
Ebenezer likes her.
She's scared of him, though, and she's a way older than him. What's that about? She do something?
Everyone's scared of Ebenezer.
Okay, well, maybe they shouldn't be. Like, listen, as
He's
long
a fucking magical hitman.
Yeah, okay, so as long as you don't break the laws of magic and or you're not a vampire, I think you're fine.
Or literally do so. Kincaid is neither one of those, and he's a little scared of it.
He's a hellhound.
What does that even mean?
That's a good question.
Because Kincaid is a scion.
What?
He's a scion.
What does that mean?
Within the Dresden verse, a scion, it's like an Asimar or a tiefling. He has magical ancestry.
But Ebb called him a hellhound.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure I recall a time when Harry looked at that guy with his wizard sight and the dude looked like a fucking monster.
Like a demon?
Like a demon scraping his horns on the ceiling demon.
Yeah. He's a scion of a human and a demon. Like Goodman Gray is a scion.
Like a demigod?
Goodman Gray is a scion.
Yeah.
Of a human and an Agloshi. Okay.
I've never heard this terminology used.
It's in the book series.
Where is this terminology used?
Let me look up the books that it's used in.
Okay. Because I don't remember any of that.
From the Dresden Files fandom page.
Uh-huh.
A scion is the offspring of a human and a non-human, including fairies, demons, and other supernatural creatures.
Uh-huh.
The scion of a djinn is a Jan. The scion of a fairy is a changeling.
Uh-huh. I remember changelings.
Okay, they're scions.
Okay.
It's mentioned in B is for Bigfoot.
So
it's mentioned in Summer Night, in Blood Rights, in Proven Guilty, and Skin Game.
How do I not remember this phrase ever?
Known scions include Jared Kincaid.
Yeah, okay.
Lucius Glau.
Who?
Glau, the frog dude.
Frog dude?
When Harry was going to get sold on eBay?
Oh, I try to forget about that one. I'll be honest. That's so stupid. Tries to get... Who the fuck... Anyway.
Erwin Pounder.
That name sounds familiar.
Okay. Son of River Shoulders.
Yeah!
He's a scion of a Bigfoot.
Well, okay. Yeah, like... All right, I see what you're saying. I remember many of these characters. I don't remember the phrase scion ever being used. All right, whatever. Cool.
I'm just saying, I didn't come up with the term.
Today I learned that all of the characters that are children of a mortal and a supernatural being are scions. Got it. So noted. Still never seen the word used that I can remember.
If I can find a book with the actual term in it, I'll let you know.
Thank you much. Appreciate you.
But it's gonna need it's more time than we've got right now.
Anyway, we were talking about wire curse attacks and how they were investigating the connection, and the connection was Bach.
Harry noticed that the commonality in about a half-mile range between all the attacks was Bach-ordered books.
Yep.
Not Bach himself, but the store. And when they arrived, what did they find?
Chapter 32. How Harry gave a firm warning to Bach and the Ordo Lebis. He found a little cult.
Using some fucked up magic.
He found a little cult using some fuck shit magic from Leonid Kravos.
Kravos' Book of Shadows.
Fucking Kravos had a magic book. Remind me how this went. Because that book was a plot point at some point, wasn't it?
It was. The book was stolen from police custody.
Yes.
And I believe it was lost in the graveyard?
It was lost in the graveyard.
Of grave peril.
How the fuck did Bach get his grubby little mitts on that book?
I don't know. So here's the thing. The last time I remember we saw the book, Harry begged for the book.
From a cop.
From a cop.
And the cop was like, hey, listen, if I give this to you, this needs to disappear.
And it did, apparently, for fucking 15 years.
I thought Harry dealt with it.
I don't remember what happened to the book.
That's so weird. I don't remember either.
Well,
Hey, side note, audience. We've been recording episodes of the Dresden Files with two of our other friends, James and Caitlin. Those episodes are coming, but we wanted to do these episodes first because, it's special. And we're going to need to pay attention to this when we get to Grave Peril, because so far we're partway through Full Moon.
But Grave Peril's next.
Grave Peril's next, and so we're going to have to pay attention to this. However, we're not going to speak of it because, this is like high-level shit that will be beyond James and Caitlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely beyond James. Caitlin's already read it.
Yes, but it was a long time ago, and all of her memories of what she read are hazy.
Little hazy. I think she remembers some of this stuff with Susan.
She remembers some of that stuff, but she didn't remember when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was like, when does Mab get involved? And Ebenezer. And I was like, that's book 4. She's like, damn. We're only in book 2. She was like, what about Michael? Book 3. Damn.
Yeah. All the cool stuff happens in book 3 and 4.
Yeah.
I love book 2, though.
Book 2. Well, we've been over this, and it'll come up again later.
Ryan hates book 2.
I don't hate book 2. Listen, book 5 is worse. No, sorry. Book 5 is actually great. Book 6 is worse.
Blood Rights?
That book is the porn star cult. Seriously?
Porn star sorceresses.
The one blemish on Laura's character is that she was introduced in that fucking book.
She kicks ass in that book.
Uh-huh. And Harry gets a wax melt hand in that book, too.
Jeez, a lot happens in that book.
A lot. That book's not all bad, but the porn star cult, man, like that could have been something else.
Mouse is also introduced in that book.
Mouse is also, a lot of good stuff happens in that book, but I don't know. The porn star cult makes it worse than Full Moon in my eyes.
What's book 5?
Book 5 is when he gets exposed to Lashiel.
Which book is that?
That's the one with the church mice and the Jesus weave.
Okay, yes, that's. But which the title, Ryan?
Blood Rights, I think.
No, Blood Rights is 6.
I don't remember what 5 is. Death Masks?
Death Masks.
That title made no sense, by the way.
It's because it involves the death mask of Christ.
That wasn't a mask. It was his baby blanket or something.
No, it was the blanket they laid over him when they entombed him. The cloth allegedly, it's been disproven, but allegedly had his face imprinted on it. His death
mask.
Face. Yeah.
Got it. I don't think they've spelled it out in quite they described it as his burial shroud. That's what it was.
It was a burial shroud.
I did not make that connection between death masks and, wow. Okay. Learn something new every day. Well, anyway, we're talking about this book though.
We are.
I never liked Bach.
He's a dick.
He's a dick.
He probably has a tiny dick.
And now it's making me wonder, like Harry did, if Bach was involved with Cowl and those other necromancer fucks.
No.
You think no?
No, they tried to beat the shit out of him.
Okay. But
the only reason Bach was involved was because he had Der Lieb der Earl King or something like that.
The Earl King book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of his job. He's a book trader.
You sure they didn't, bend his arm to ban Dresden from...
No, he started shit out, at Bach's store. That's why he wanted him out.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Yeah, I'm looking too much into it. It's as Harry described. This guy is getting abused by the Brotherhood of St. Bridget, which, by the way, Daniel said something in chapter 15 that made no sense to me. At the end of chapter 15, he said to Harry, I know I've screwed up in the past, but I'm doing my best to make it right. I'm trying to do better. And I was thinking, when did you do wrong?
He made some stupid mistakes in, Ghost Story.
I don't remember that, but...
Bring out the swords!
That's not a mistake. That's an argument. He didn't bring out a sword. Or did he?
So he mentioned the swords and their location.
Oh,
and Murphy was critical because people are listening.
Yeah.
Like the literal guy called Listen.
Yeah. And also Harry.
Well, and Harry.
Yeah. Fucking Listen. That fucking guy.
We don't know if he's alive.
I'm willing to bet he's alive.
He probably is.
He's almost certainly alive.
He's a Starborn.
Yeah.
He's going to come back and play.
Yeah.
I bet you that motherfucker's working for Dracul.
At this point, with Ethniu out of the picture, that might make sense, yeah. But there's other Starborn, allegedly, right? Like, it can't just be those three.
The fandom alleges Elaine could be.
That would make sense, because I still don't know what's up with her having a pendant like the one that he got from his mom.
Justin gave it to her. From what I remember.
I wonder if Elaine's going to show up in this story.
We haven't seen Elaine in a while.
I thought this fight was really cool. I mean, yeah, Heron uses quote marks. This encounter. You accept encounter?
Because it was a very one-sided fight.
It was incredibly one-sided. Like,
Harry walked in there, fucked them all up, and said, by the way, if I wanted to, I could do worse.
Yeah.
But I didn't, because I'm not trying to hurt you.
And before he goes in there, he's like, this is what the wardens would do, but I'm not a warden. This is what the White Council would do, but I'm not a wizard of the White Council. Here's what I'm going to do.
Harry goes in there and he does things Harry style.
He does things Harry style.
Which is usually slightly sloppier and with a lot more panache.
He did ruin Bach's store, but you know what?
Again.
He kind of deserved it. Because he, through talking to the Ordo Lebis, discovered...
Some members of the Ordo.
Yeah, you're right, sorry. It's like 5 of the kitchen witches.
Yeah.
Carl is almost certainly one of the people they were after.
Yeah.
But they had bad information, and they were using physical items that belong to members of the Brotherhood to do this thing to them. And they mistakenly got Daniel because Harry's like, did this guy do anything to you? And they're like, no, actually, when he's around, they would act appropriately.
They also didn't know how severe Kravos' spell was.
They also didn't know that.
And as soon as Bach hears that, rightfully so, he just goes, ah, shit.
Yeah.
I fucked up.
Yeah. However, he also calls out Harry and is like, we went to you for help and you did nothing.
I thought he was supposed to send Knights of the Bean over.
He did, but that wasn't enough. And they didn't come back to Harry and say, hey, that wasn't enough. Bach's got it a little twisted because he didn't actually go to Harry for help. What he did was go to Harry and say, this is what we're going to do, and you're going to do nothing. And Harry was like, the fuck I will. And then Bach was like, you don't run this town. And in fact, Harry does run this town.
Yeah, he walked into Bach-ordered books and reminded Bach that he actually does, in fact, run the town.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or at least the supernatural part.
As far as Bach is concerned, he run the town.
Marcone runs the gangs, Dresden runs the supernatural crowd.
And you know what? That's how it ought to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because they're brothers.
Mm-hmm. Much as Harry doesn't want to admit it. Do you know what would be hilarious? If this is on my end of series bingo card, not end of book bingo card. It turns out that Harry and Marcone are Eskimo brothers.
You're going to have to explain that term to me.
Men who have had sex with the same woman. I think Marcone's going to get with Elaine.
Marcone has a better chance of fucking Mab.
Are you sure? Do you think Marcone's going to be the next Winter Knight? Or you would just have a better chance?
Better chance? Elaine's not touching that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You find the idea of Marcone repulsive. But need I remind you, Caitlin loves that man.
Caitlin would fuck Marcone,
Yeah.
sure.
You don't think Elaine would?
No.
Hmm.
Elaine has similar morals to Dresden.
Yeah, well, maybe she can fix him. The look on your face.
You know what? Marcone is Marcone's manipulative. You know what happened to the last person that tried to manipulate Elaine?
You know I'm fucking with you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I hope so. I really hope so. Let me remind you, she electrocuted him.
No, I just wanted to see how you'd react. I wasn't expecting gag. I wasn't expecting like, oh God, my lunch.
God, that was just repugnant. Like,
anyway, we can bring this back around to...
I don't think we can recover from that.
Yeah, we can. We can bring this encounter with Bach and some of the kitchen witches of the Ordo Lebus back around to chapter 29. Harry did make a comment that the spell or incantation that he used to deal with the wire was actually a modified version of what he did to Laura. Similar, but not quite the same. And so it did, that alone made it easier. And he was like, it's like flexing a muscle.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is still relevant to chapter 29, just not in any meaningful way that answers the questions that we desperately want answered. Maybe it'll happen in the next 4 chapters, though.
I hope so.
Anything else that you want to mention about these 4 chapters in general before we wrap up? Or this chapter?
Oh, Dresden once again takes Kravos's spellbook.
Yeah. That's never going to get old. Do you know what annoys me, though? When he's like, give me that spellbook, Bach is like, why? So you can burn it? And he's like, I'm going to put it somewhere where people that shouldn't have it won't get access to it. Why the fuck are you keeping that shit, man? Get rid of it. For good. There's nothing in there that's worth keeping.
What if he puts it on the island?
That's a good place to put it, though. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna hide fucking dark magic books, you might as well hide it on an island that gives people the heebie-jeebies anyways. Actual heebie-jeebies, not some made-up drug that the government made up so people would not believe in magic. That's stupid.
The government.
Fucking government. All right. Next week, we're going to talk about chapters 33 through 36.
Yeah.
Predictions. I know you'd like to see another Lara date. Do you think we're going to get one?
We seem to be focused on this bit with the Order of St. Bridget. So we'll see what happens.
There's a lot of threads going on.
We'll see what happens.
Okay. I think we are going to find out more about what we want to know about Laura the next time we see a date with Laura.
I hope so.
Now, if that's going to be in the next 4 chapters, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. To be determined. Do you think we're going to get to February in the next 4 chapters? Because we're in January right now. Probably. All right.
Yeah, I think we'll at least get to February.
Cool. All right. See you in a week. Bye.
Bye.